When it comes to coaching youth baseball, what do you think the most important question is that coaches should ask themselves? You're probably thinking about something that has to do with the team or the season or just something about the sport of baseball in general. And those are all great things to think about as a coach. I think the number one question coaches should ask themselves when signing up to coach is one word, and that's why. What is your why? In today's special bullpen bulletin, I'm giving coaches my advice on why you should strive to be your player's biggest role model, because you never know how it will change their life. Hey team, Coach Hart here with Building Better Baseball, the best place for baseball education. Thanks for tuning in today, and if you just found this channel and we're meeting for the first time, welcome. I come out with a new bullpen bulletin every week that will help any youth player or coach take their game to the next level. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Before we get started, I want to let everyone know that I have a few free guides in the description below that will help out any player or coach. I have a free equipment guide if you need help finding the best equipment that's right for you. It covers every piece of baseball equipment and helps you find your perfect fit. There's also a free 2-hour practice plan for coaches who are looking for some help having better and more efficient practices. With these free guides, all players and coaches will be ready to have their best season yet. I made them just for you in the description below. Now, let's talk about why coaches should strive to be their players' biggest role model. The first thing I want to talk about is your influence goes beyond the baseball field. I believe that there are coaches out there who mistake the real purpose of being a coach. I know that there are plenty of coaches who have the perfect grasp on the impact they have, but some coaches believe that they're just out there to teach a game to players who want to learn how to play. That, to me, is totally missing the mark on what it means to be a coach. Yes, you are teaching young people how to play a sport, but that's just surface level. On a deeper and a much broader level, you're an influencer. You have influence on every player you coach. If you think about it, young players only have a handful of years to properly learn how to play a sport and how to act on the field. When they're young, they're like sponges soaking up all the information they can, and most of the information they're consuming is coming from you. You're influencing two things. The first is how they play the game. If you have a certain style of fielding a ground ball that you think is most effective, you're going to teach that to your players, and they're going to field ground balls like that for the rest of their lives. If you watch any baseball player play a game and watch them hit and field a ball, that specific way they play came from a coach. The player may have their own style of play, but the core fundamentals came from a coach. The second is you're influencing how they act as a person while they're playing the game. This is the part of coaching that I think is commonly overlooked. You're the role model for your players, teaching them how to properly play the game as a whole, both skill and sportsmanship. I believe the sportsmanship part is more important because that's an action that they can carry over into life outside of the field. If you're a stand-up player on the field who's a great sport and treats everyone with respect, you'll most likely be that way in your everyday interactions with people in life. And where does that teaching come from? Besides your parents, that comes from a coach. Coaches, always remember, be your player's biggest role model and teach them the proper way to act on and off the field. The second thing I want to discuss today is my inspiration behind why I wanted to make this video. I want to take a moment to talk about my inspiration for making this video. There's a reason I titled it, Be Your Player's Biggest Role Model, and then I added, You never know how it will change their lives. Because I don't think most coaches realize how much impact they actually have on their players and the trajectory of their lives. For me, my life was not always on this path of coaching and teaching. Growing up, all I knew was sports. And the only thing I knew was that I wanted sports to be a part of my life forever. I didn't know how, but that's what I knew. Then I got into high school and I met my high school baseball coach, Tommy Ray at Paint Branch High School. Coach Ray was the best coach I've ever had. He's my inspiration behind making this video, and I want him to know that he's the main reason why I'm on this path I am now. Nearly all of my coaching styles and philosophies stem from what he taught me. The crazy part is, he wasn't trying to teach me anything but how to play baseball, but I was watching, observing, and consuming everything he did as a coach. The way he planned practices was nothing I had ever experienced before. I watched the way he managed the games and noticed how he made sure everyone had a role on the team even though playing time wasn't equal. And that's now part of my core coaching philosophy. He has this ability to let you know that he's there for you when life gets hard and you can come to him with any problem you have, while also being your stern coach when it's needed and letting you know that you're messing up and you need to straighten up. Keeping these two roles in a perfect balance is a true gift, and that's what makes him a great coach. Before high school, and even during high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life and my career. But after spending 4 years with Coach Ray as my baseball coach and my PE teacher, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do what he was doing. I wanted to teach kids how to play sports and teach young baseball players everything I know about how to play the game of baseball. I am the product of Coach Ray's influence, and I want to pass on everything he taught me, combined with everything I've learned, to young players all around the world. Just like when people see me coach, I want them to say, "Yup, he learned that from Tommy." I want people to watch youth baseball and say, "Yup, they learned that from Coach Hart in Building Better Baseball." Thank you, Coach Ray. Even though you didn't know it, you were influencing me and making me into the coach I am today. And everything you taught me about coaching will live in Building Better Baseball forever. The third thing I want to talk about today is to remind coaches that your players watch you. Building off of the first two parts of this video, I'd like to remind coaches of one more thing. Your players are always watching you. They watch everything you do. They watch how you conduct yourself when you're in the dugout and on the field. They watch how you interact with umpires, with parents, and other coaches. They hear your language and choice of words and how you talk about things and people. They recognize your coaching style and how you plan out practices and pregame warm-ups. They notice your routines and how you like things to operate. Everything you do has such a powerful influence on how your players view and experience not only baseball, but life as well. Now that we've covered the impact coaches have on their players, let's revisit the question at the start of the video. What is your why? Why do you coach? My answer is because I know that there's a right way to play baseball, and God has given me the tools I need to teach and pass my knowledge on to the next generation of baseball players. I know that every player who picks up a baseball has the potential to experience fun and success in this game and learn life skills that they can use throughout their lives. My purpose is to help every player see their potential and to teach them how to get to where they want to be. That's my why. What's yours? Coaches, leave a comment below and write your why. Let everyone watching this video know why you love coaching and why you do what you do every day for your players. I would love to hear everyone's inspiring answers. And don't forget to grab your free equipment guide and your free 2-hour practice plan in the description below. Coaches, always remember that your influence goes beyond the field and your players are always watching everything you do. And I want to give one last thank you to Coach Ray. I hope I can have the same impact on the lives of the next generation of players as you had on my life. Thank you for everything. Thanks for tuning in and spending some time with me today for this special Bullpen Bulletin. I hope this video gave coaches something to think about the next time that they put their equipment in their car and they drive to practice to be a coach. I'll see you next week for another edition of the Bullpen Bulletin.